LinkedIn is one of the most powerful tools marketers can use to reach federal agencies and contracting officers. Mark Amtower is here to tell us more about using LinkedIn. Mark?
Kurt, thank you. LinkedIn has become an integral part of the GovCon ecosystem. It has embedded itself, especially over the last decade, but more over the last 4 or 5 years. The simple act of being on LinkedIn is marketing. And by that I mean it's the most visible face you as a person and often you as a company can put forward. So how you present yourself here is really that first impression you're going to make to the govies, to prime contractors, to partners, to investors, to anybody you need or want to influence. So if you're not presenting yourself well, if you're not demonstrating particular areas of expertise, you're pretty much toast.
What is the size of that market of govies, of contractors and subcontractors?
On LinkedIn, I do a census of feds on LinkedIn every year now. And as of April 2019, there are 2.2 million feds on LinkedIn. And I've never run across a significant contractor, regardless of the market niche they serve, including the IC, that is not here in very strong numbers. So when I say significant contractor, I mean a contractor that actually has contracts in place and is making money. I'm not talking about the companies that are trying to break in. And even they, especially they, should have a presence here and clearly enunciating their specialty areas, their areas of expertise.
How do you see them most using LinkedIn?
I see them sitting there waiting for something to happen. And that's the problem.
Okay. But on the other side?
On the other side, you can use LinkedIn for branding purposes or in many cases rebranding purposes. You can use it for account-based marketing. You can use it to highlight your subject matter experts. You can use it to build a network that you define of key people in the niche you serve in the government market. That would be media, investors, other contractors, and the govies themselves. They're here, and they're here, all of them are here in very significant numbers.
Now, those govies and those contractors, when they're bringing people on, they're using LinkedIn to vet employees, to vet contractors, to really figure out who is submitting.
Yeah, well, I teach graduate school at George Washington University, and half my class are contracting officers from the government. So they're using LinkedIn to, when you submit an RFP, you include resumes of key people. So they're going on LinkedIn to verify that these people are who the company purports them to be. So especially if they're a subject matter expert or some sort of expert in a niche that's required by the contract. You can go on to LinkedIn and vet those people. And this is why it's important to have your profile really clearly enunciate everything that you bring to the market.
So final thoughts. What is the piece of advice that you would give to people who are trying to use LinkedIn to market to government agencies and contracting officers?
Really think about what you want LinkedIn to be able to do for you and set some concrete goals. And I don't mean some nebulous things that you think about on occasion. I mean, write them down. Know what you want to accomplish here. Because if you build your profile properly, if you connect properly and you share the right types of information, your profile is going to work for you 24/7, 365.
Government contractors and contracting officers are using LinkedIn to vet people who are submitting proposals and people who are working as subcontractors. Your LinkedIn profile is a key element in your marketing efforts. Make sure your profile articulates who you are, what you do, tells the story you want it to the right audience. Mark, thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.